Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Listen to Me, episode 3. So first of all, I just want to say we're streaming on Spotify, still waiting on Apple Music to approve, but it's okay. Also, I have been posting pretty consistently. I mean, I know it's only the third episode, but just don't get used to it. Don't get used to a routine. I'm not going to be posting one a week. There's no way. Like, eventually I'm going to stop. And then it's going to be like 3 months in between. So just don't get attached, is all I'm saying. I know it's really hard because I'm just like so awesome, but don't get attached. Anyways, number 1. I want to talk about this because I just got off the elevator and I'm a little pissed. I'm actually really fucking pissed. I am so fucking sick of seeing people with the black and white American flags, with hats that have them on it or shirts that have them on it. You know what I mean? And it's or like a black and white American flag with a blue stripe and it's a Blue Lives Matter flag. Shut the fuck up! Shut the fuck up. I'm gonna get you a shirt that says, hey, I'm fucking stupid. Hey, I'm fucking ignorant. Hey. Shut up. Hey, maybe do a little bit of research. Hey, maybe you shouldn't be voting. Like, I am so sick of it. And it enraged me when the All Lives Matter movement first came out. It enraged me, and it still does. And it still enrages me to this day that people still support that. Like, obviously, All Lives Matter. I don't want to see anybody get killed. I don't want to see, like, anyone get hurt. Hey, that doesn't make me motherfucking Teresa. That makes me a human being, okay? Everybody thinks that. And if you don't, then you're probably, like, a serial killer or a sociopath, but that's, like, what, like 1 in a million, okay? And it's like, oh my fucking God. Saying Black Lives Matter does not mean that all other lives do not matter. What we're saying is that black lives have never mattered in the past. I mean, they've always mattered. That sounded wrong. But I mean, like, systems did not recognize them mattering. And honestly, still to this day, there still isn't that sense of equality. And I'm saying this, I'm not even a member of the community. I'm not a member of the black community, and I can't say this from firsthand experience, and I'm not trying to speak over black voices because that is not what I'm trying to do. I'm just saying, like, this whole fucking concept pisses me off, in the fact that people, especially college students, who are supposed to, like, you'd think that people currently getting an education and currently being surrounded by your peers, like, you would think that you wouldn't be so fucking ignorant. And it really pisses me off. And every time I see, like, one of those fucking flag stickers on the back of a truck, like, oh my God, tell me you have a micro penis without telling me you have a fucking micro penis. Do you know what I mean? Anyways, I just wanted to get that out there. I'm really heated up about that. Speaking of penises, let's talk about gender envy. I have a lot of gender envy. I have a lot of it. And I don't mean that in the sense of, like, I've ever questioned, I don't want to be insensitive here. I'm not saying, like, I've ever questioned what my gender is. I've never had a problem with my gender identity, and I'm so thankful for that, because I think, I think trans people are so, I'm not going to say brave, because that sounds fucking stupid. Like, this isn't, like, you are becoming who you are. Like, it's not it is a brave thing to do. I don't know what to say. You know, I don't want to word this incorrectly. Trans people have a ton of strength to fight the mental and emotional turmoil that they feel. And I don't want to talk about my gender envy and topple that problem, because my gender envy is not comparable whatsoever. And I'm not trying to make it sound like a serious thing. It's more of like my gender envy is more of like a lighthearted thing, in the sense that I superficially envy men because of the way that clothes fit them. Wow, that sounds really fucking stupid now that I say it out loud. But I have serious gender envy in the way that, like, men can wear clothes in the way women cannot. And I guess that could kind of go both ways. But, like, men can wear women's clothes in the way that women cannot wear women's clothes. And men can wear t-shirts and hoodies and straight leg jeans in the way that women cannot. And I'm so envious of it. And when I put an outfit on and I'm like, I know this would look better on a man, it, like, infuriates me. And also men, almost every single man I know or I've met, they always have the most beautiful, gorgeous, eyelashes and eyebrows, and they always have like these sculpted faces, and it's like, hey, I hate you. I hate you. Why do you get the one up? Why do you get everything good? And then even on like a societal standpoint, I envy men because they have the fucking power. We talked about this in the last episode. Everything is built for men. Everything is built around men. Everything was theoretically, not true, but what we've been taught is that everything has been built by men. But it's a fucking lie. It's a fucking lie. Women run the world. Women made everything. Women are epic. And I love being a woman. I love being a woman so much. but I do have gender envy in certain aspects of my life. And it's in the sense of like what the way clothes fit me, but then also like having power and having why can I not think of the word? Oh my god, what the fuck is the word? I'm very privileged. Thank you. Male privilege. Male privilege is something I will never experience, and I'm jealous of it. The idea that men can walk at night on the street and not be nervous, like straight white men can walk through the street, take a little stroll wherever they want, and not be nervous. They can go on a first date with a woman and not be nervous that they're going to be killed or raped or like fucking, and I know that there are lots of cases where men have been victims. I'm not saying men cannot be victimized. I'm just saying like statistically it happens way more to women. And like I'm just so envious of having like that sense of comfort, okay? But I also have such a huge sense of comfort in girlhood and womanhood. And I love being a woman. I love being a woman so much. It's like sometimes it's really hard for me to like conceptualize. Like I'll be like hanging out with my friends and like I'll just like it'll hit me all of a sudden and I just kind of go silent and I kind of just sit there and take it all in. Like this is beautiful. This is so, I'll be like doing my makeup or curling my hair and I'm like, I'm a girl. Like this is girlhood, this is womanhood, and it's something that a man can never experience. Hey, so fuck you guys. Yeah, you don't get everything actually. You don't get everything. Like female friendships are just so strong and so powerful, and I just, even from like a biological scientific part, women are interconnected. Like the fact that if you're around a woman for a long enough time, like two women are around each other, your periods sync up, your bodies are literally in sync. It is down to a biology that we are connected, and that is so beautiful. That is so beautiful. And to look around at my mother and my grandmother and my aunt and like any other like female, what am I trying to say? Not hero. Icon? No. Holy shit. Why are words escaping me today, guys? Someone you look up to. Synonym for looking up to someone. Guys, I can't think of the word I'm thinking of. Anyways. Sorry, these women that I just like look up to, when I look at them and then I think about the fact that all of their experiences have been similar to mine in the sense of like we all experience being a woman in this system and in this world and in this country. Like it's kind of incredible, and it baffles me to think about how similar our experiences are and also how different our experiences are, because your life is not, your life is unique. Your life is not the same as someone else's. There's no mirror life to yours. Everything you do in your life is unique. Your friends, your family, your hobbies. Like sometimes I'll be on TikTok and I'll see people I'll watch a TikTok and then I'll see people in the comments say exactly what I was thinking, and then people are like, oh, I've never had an original thought. No, you have had an original thought. You've had so many original thoughts because you're an original person, okay? Even though someone thought the same thought that you did, you probably went through like a different set of ways to get there, And like your experiences are not the same as their experiences. And so the thought that like the background you have on that thought is different. I don't know. I just think uniqueness is so gorgeous. And I think that womanhood and girlhood is so gorgeous. And I would never trade my life ever in a million years. I am so lucky and thankful for everything I've gotten in this life, and I love it. When it really comes down to it, I have such a deep appreciation and thankfulness for everything that I've been given and every privilege I have and every person I know. And it's just like, I think a lot of people need to be more thankful for the things that they have in their lives. And I know not everybody has it easy, and I fully understand that, but also it's really important to take a step back and like be like, okay, I want this, I want that, but like, what do I have? What do you have, and hold it close to you? Yeah. And speaking of like girlhood, I see so many kids nowadays growing up like way too fast. And like I feel like they're missing out on these pieces of girlhood that like I hold close to my heart and I hold close to my core and like who I am as a person, because they really shaped me. I see like these 12-year-olds or like even younger, and they have like Lululemon leggings on and acrylic nails and that like newest iPhone, and like it's like such a very materialistic world that we're in, and we really need to start de-influencing ourselves. But I'm getting off topic. I see these girls, and at their age, I was so hideous and ugly and awkward, and like, that's great because I look back on those pictures and they're embarrassing, but they're beautiful. They are beautiful because I was just a young girl. I was just a little girl, and I was just learning how to live my life. And I look at those pictures and I get emotional because like she had no idea what was coming to her, and me right now, I have no idea what my future holds. And that's a scary thought, but it's also such a gorgeous thought. And I'm so excited to see what life has in store for me, and I'm so excited to live a long life, and I'm so excited to age alongside my friends. And I just don't like seeing these kids growing up so fast, and it's because of the age of media that we're in. They all have these phones, and they all have social media, and they can see these huge celebrities and these influencers, and even like little baby influencers that aren't really like A-list celebrities, but you know, they're kind of like C-list, like TikTokers. And these TikTokers are like grown adults, and these kids are looking up to them, and they're emulating that because, again, kids are impressionable. And so then they're just growing up way too fast, and it's like, please stop. Like, it sounds cliche, but it really does go by in the blink of an eye. It's crazy to me when I see like, oh God, and like they're like drinking coffee and Red Bulls, and I'm like, I don't even drink Red Bull, and I'm in college. Like, I mean, I know a lot of people my age that do drink Red Bulls, but I'm just saying, like, it's crazy. Like, please stop. Please slow down. Don't grow up faster than you need to, because it really sucks when you're pushed and forced to grow up faster than you need to because of familial issues, you know? If you're like an older sibling and you have to grow up and you have to start taking care of your younger sibling, like don't take on such a burden so young. Like, please enjoy your childhood. Please spend time with your friends and go outside and just like enjoy nature and riding your bike and like not having these worries about like finding a job and an internship and like applying to college. Like, you don't have to worry about anything. You don't have to pay taxes. You don't have to have a job. Like, just live your life, please. If I could go back in time and tell myself to relax, I would. You know, there's always like that hypothetical is like, oh, if you could go back in time, like, what would you tell your past self? And everyone's like, oh, like, it'll work out in the end. Like, don't worry about it. And like, I would tell myself to like, just take a step back. Like, fucking relax. I was in an accelerated program, and so my schooling was like at a higher level per se. So I was doing stuff that was like above my grade level. And it like stressed. I loved it because I loved learning, but I think that like burnt me out a lot faster. And burnout is a whole other topic that we can get into, but I'm not going to do that right now because I can't. I'm not strong enough for that yet. Not strong enough to be your... Anyways, so I was in those levels, right? And I'm thankful for it every day because, you know, I discussed it earlier, like the friend group I made, it's a family, and I could never trade them in for anything in the entire world. There's nothing you could do to convince me to give them up. But I took it way too seriously. I was like I kid you not, I was in the 4th grade planning out what I wanted to do for the rest of my life and picking out colleges. And I was like so stressed that my 4th grade project about Barack Obama was gonna like fucking deter my acceptance into college. Like, calm down, dude. And I was in middle school taking these classes as if like if I got a bad grade on a test, it would be the end of the world. And it would not be. It doesn't. I mean, schooling is important. You should try in school, but don't stress yourself out in day and night. Like I was in freshman year of high school, and I was pulling all-nighters like every fucking week, like every other day. And I was tired and I was drained, and it was never that serious. It was never that serious, dude. Like, I feel like I missed out on a lot of just relaxation and enjoying life because I just really put a lot of pressure on myself. And here's the thing is this pressure wasn't from like outside sources. It wasn't from family. It wasn't from friends. It wasn't, you know, from like people I looked up to. It was just from me. It was this inside thing that was like, I need to be everything or nothing. I need to get all A's or the world is over. And I'm not like that anymore. The older I've got, the more I realize like, hey, there's so much more to life than grades and what you look like on paper. There's so much life to live and so much of the world to see and so many people to meet and so many experiences to have that it's like, I'm not going to sit at my desk and study for 6 hours straight just to like get an A on an exam that isn't going to matter in 5 years. And I know that's a really privileged thing to say. I am so aware that the shit coming out of my mouth is shit. Okay? But like, I just want to live my life. I don't want my like nightmare. My nightmare is to grow up and get a 9-to-5 in a job that I don't give a fuck about, and a job that I only have because it makes money and it makes me enough money to afford rent and afford the ability to live and survive. And I don't want that. You do what you want to do. Don't let anyone tell you what you want to do. Like when people ask me what my major is and then like, oh, what do you want to do with that? Do you want to be a lawyer? You should be a lawyer. You should do this. You should do that. I'm not going to do anything that I don't want to do. Like, I don't want to suffer. Life is meant to be lived. Life is not meant to be survived. You know, there's a difference between living and surviving. But anyways, going back to kids and social media, and also going back to when I called people that have the flags ignorant, let's talk about media literacy, okay? So the scarce resource in our information ecosystem currently is attention. This is what the people are lacking. The public is lacking with all these advertisements and all these forms of media. Like, it's just like everywhere. You are surrounded. There's billboards, there's bench signs, there's everything on your phone, from Instagram to Twitter or fucking X. X is so stupid. Can we talk about that? X is so fucking stupid. Elon Musk, what the fuck? Anyways, sorry. Moving on. Twitter and Instagram, and now Instagram has like threads. Like, there is just so much media in newspapers and television series and product placement. It's everywhere. It is everywhere. And so what this generation lacks and what this current ecosystem lacks is attention. And we need more of it. And media literacy is basically just about like being able to filter through this stuff. And because you have so much coming at you, it's called I think it's called automaticity, where we kind of like humans are just kind of like on autopilot. Like, if you really try to pay attention to how many media signals you're getting throughout your day, like, oh my God, take a tally. Like, it's so overwhelming. But like, because we have this sense of autopilot, we can just kind of cruise, you know? And that's crazy how the human brain works, how the human brain functions. Like, that is insane that we just do that naturally. Yeah, and when I talked about de-influencing earlier, in the 50s, in the 1950s, I think, is when people, like, companies started to reject this idea of a mass audience. So they didn't, like, make this product. So originally they would, like, make products and cater it to everybody. They'd be like, hey, let's make this and everyone can use it. Or, like, this idea that everybody can use our product, like a toaster, you know? But now, in the 1950s, they rejected it, and it's getting worse and worse. We have these niche audiences, and we're playing to these niche audiences. Advertisers are selling to these very specific, like, geographic, demographic, socio-political, like, even your fucking class, like, how much money you make, your income. Like, there are just so many specifics in this world that they can like really dock you on and really personalize that advertising. And it sucks. And it sucks. Because yeah, like in a way it's helping our economy, but it's horrible for our planet. It's horrible for our environment. And like, I am so sick of trends and trending things. Like, I get it. I really do get it, because like some things, like, they're popular for a reason. I get that. I understand that. But then every single person plays into them, and it just like really, it just has a lot more negative impacts than I think it does the positive. And I can say this because I used to jump on trends like no other. And then the older I've gotten and the more that I've studied media and its influence on people, like the more I've kind of backed away from that. And the more I've tried to de-influence my own life. It's like I see these TikToks and it's like, God, I've brought out TikTok like 27 times, but it's okay. Because that's like a really huge platform right now. And you know, it's like people being like, the 10 like best things you have to get on Amazon for a perfect dorm, or for a perfect kitchen, or for closet organization. You don't need over half of that fucking shit, okay? I see shit and it's like, easy peel your garlic. Hey, smash it with a knife, shake it in a container. You don't need these fancy fucking tools. It's just a waste of your money. It's a waste of resources. And like, you're just giving more money to these huge fucking companies that don't need it. They do not need it, dude. Like, fads go around and then people buy into them and they work into them, and then it goes out of style, and then you have all of this excessive product just going to wastelands and fucking up the environment and fucking up the universe. And it's just like, please stop. Like, think about what you need. And that's also the sense of like, you could even go on to like fast fashion. Like, fast fashion fucking sucks. But here's the thing that people don't talk about with fast fashion, and I think Brittany Broski touched on this in one of her podcast episodes, but fast fashion is like one of the only body inclusive brands that's affordable. I can't say brand because fast fashion in itself isn't a brand, but like, Shein sucks. Shein is a horrible company. But then like, the really, really harmful thing is when people do like huge, like $300 hauls, you know? But I understand buying a piece here and there, because like, these huge brands and even these like eco-friendly brands, like, they are not inclusive whatsoever. The biggest they go up to is like an extra large or an extra extra large. Like, that is not inclusive, dude. And I'm sick of living in 2023. I'm sick of living in the 21st century where we don't have inclusivity. We don't have inclusivity in makeup brands, in clothing brands, in media, in news, in movies. Like, I'm so fucking sick of it. I know it's really hard to be fully representative, and I know it's really hard to work against the systems that have oppressed people for so long, and we're slowly getting back to it. And then the brands that are actually inclusive it's like hundreds of dollars, or like a $75 t-shirt. Like, oh my God. The cost of living is so expensive and the minimum wage has not gone up. And I'm sick of it. I'm sick of this place. And it's crazy to me how much power is a recurring theme in these podcasts, I guess, but how much power that companies have. These huge conglomerates, and it's like in media, I think it's five total huge companies really just like control the media. Because like, what, Disney owns Fox, National Geographic, and like all, like, it's like fucking crazy to me. It's crazy to me how much power these companies have. And then you think about advertising, you're like, oh, I need this, I need that. Oh, like, look at all these, like, oh, I'm doing my research on these sources. Hey, guess who funds those different sources you're looking up? You could be researching, and these 5 different sources that you're using, and they're theoretically reliable, look at their sponsors. Because I can assure you, they're all being sponsored by the same fucking person. I keep like straying from the topic that I'm trying to speak about. Let's go back to media literacy, okay? There's something called the white space, which is the part of the market that is not being served. And so when you're building a company and you're trying to start your own like new unique idea, you need to think about that white space, and you need to think about what niche audience is not being served. Like that are like the companies, that's their mindset. They're like, hey, who have we not picked on that we can cater to and sell and make millions of dollars off of? That's sick and twisted. It's sick and twisted that in the advertising field, the product that they're selling is the audience. And it's crazy to me that like nowadays, like ads are fucking everywhere. Like when you watch live television, or even when you watch a YouTube video, or even when you watch like a movie on a streaming service that you don't pay like the top tier for, and so you have to watch it with ads. Like the programs have now been centered around ads instead of ads being centered around programs. And it's sick and it's twisted, and I'm sick of a capitalistic society. Why does money have to matter so much, dude? Like, anyways, the power of media. Let's talk about the power of media, but not in the sense of these big companies running the world, but in the sense of like echo chambers. And so basically, the media that you consume is created for you. All of these algorithms are analyzing what you look up, what you like, what you interact with, and they're gonna like keep switching it and changing it to really cater to you. That's what the For You page is on TikTok. That's what the like Discover page is on Instagram. And like Twitter, your Twitter feed is like catered to what you like and what your interests are. And that's why when you sign up for an app, it's like, hey, tell us about your interest. Hey, what celebrities do you like? Even on like Spotify and things like that. And so then you get into these sort of, speaking politically and speaking just in general, echo chambers where whatever you think is being bounced right back to you. And so then people kind of lose this sense of like a really good sense of perception and like what the opposite side thinks. You know, if all these people on your pages are just like supporting the same things you are, then like why would you ever question what you believe? And I think that's a really important thing to do, though, is like debate yourself and question yourself. And like politically, I am a Democrat, I am a liberal, I am a socialist, and that doesn't mean that I'm only gonna consume Democratic media, because that is such a harmful thing to do, to lock myself into that place where I'm completely blinded to what the other side is thinking or feeling or knowing. Because first of all, the two-party system is fucking stupid anyways. Okay, two-party system blows. It blows. And it fucks a lot of people over. And so around election times or around like important moments in politics, I will do research and I'll listen to podcasts of like Republicans. And I'll listen to what they have to say on the points that I go against them as, because I want to see what the other side thinks. And then that can either strengthen my belief or it can falter it. And I can be like, oh, wait, they have a really good point. Like, what was I thinking here? And like, it's just like, the beauty of media is the fact that there is so much available to us and it's easily accessible. But the harmfulness of media kind of outweighs the beauty of it. You know, it's like a push and a pull. It's a push and a pull. Yeah, I just think echo chambers are really dangerous, and so are what are they called? Spirals of silence. And these can kind of happen in your echo chambers, and it's when it's like this theory that if you have an unpopular opinion within the group that you're in, you don't say it and you don't voice it. And that is where the echo chamber comes from, because then there's no one in that place to debate the like overall thought or to question that overall thought. And so that spiral of silence is deadly. It's deadly. When you have a differing opinion, share it. You know, because these like scholarly discussions that you're going to have with other people are so important in framing what you think and what they think and how you guys interact with each other and how you see each other. And of course, like, share your opinions. Take that with a grain of salt in the sense that, like, hey, if your opinion is like women shouldn't have rights, shut the fuck up. If your opinion like belittles someone or dehumanizes someone, fucking keep that to yourself. You wanna talk about it, write it down in a journal. Go buy a journal for $2, write it down. Write it down on a loose piece of paper. Like, go fuck yourself if you think that, like, it's not a political debate. Okay? Human rights are not a political debate. They're not. They're simply not. And I'm not going to stand for it when people are like, well, I'm going to play devil's advocate here. No, you're not. You're being racist, you're being homophobic, or you're being misogynistic. You're not being devil's advocate here. Okay? It's not devil's advocate to say, oh, what was she wearing? Hey, kill yourself. Hey, come here. I'm going to cut your dick off. I'm going to put it in a blender, and I'm going to feed it to you via smoothie. 'Cause go fuck yourself! God. Sorry. I feel like in a lot of this, I'm like demonizing men. That sucks. Do better. Maybe you guys should do fucking better. Anyways, now let's talk about censorship. And like, again, it kind of relates to the spiral of silence and these echo chambers. Section 230 is something that was passed in the Communication Act of 1996. I almost said 97. My bad, guys. So Section 230 is this thing that basically says, hey, internet platforms are not liable because they aren't the publishers of content. So there's two parts to the section. This is what I learned in class. This metaphor really helped. A sword and a shield. So the sword is basically if users find the content on the platform obscene or objectionable, then it can be taken down. So these media platforms are given a sword to like kill these opinions and these posts. And then there's also the shield, which is the part that says, hey, these internet platforms have no liability for removing the content. If someone posts an obscene picture, they don't have to take it down because they didn't produce that. But if people hate it, then they can take it down. Then they have the right to take it down. And so Republicans and Democrats have actually agreed on the fact that they want to repeal Section 230 because Democrats hate the shield. They hate the fact that anyone can post anything with no consequences. They hate the fact that people can post, like false, like misinformation. Is it misinformation or disinformation? Because one of them is like spreading information, incorrect information on purpose. I think it's, hold on. Misinformation is false or inaccurate information, but disinformation is false information that is deliberately intended to mislead. Okay, so yeah. Democrats hate the shield because of disinformation, and people can spread it very easily, which is happening a lot currently, and it has happened a lot in the past. And then there's the sword, which is what Republicans don't like because a lot of people don't really agree with these far-right ideas. A lot of the people on media don't agree with it. And so then those accounts are taken down or blocked. Like when Trump's accounts got taken away, everyone, threw a fit. So like that is something that like the two-party system can actually agree on, is that Section 230 needs to be either revised or repealed. I don't know the technicalities on that. I don't know what we can do to Section 230. I'm not sure. I would do your own individual research on that, but I give you just like general information. Okay, wait, this might awkwardly be thrown in there because I finished recording and I honestly don't think I fully finished my thought and the conversation on like overconsumption and de-influencing yourself. But basically, I just want to say, like, you don't need to jump on every single trend. And I am a victim of this in the sense that, like, I did buy into, like, the cow print shit. Like, when that was huge, like, I had a cow print phone case and, like, I made a cow print bucket hat, and bucket hats were huge. And, like, I just think it's really important to sort of find your own style and see what you like and what you don't like, and then build on that, and don't really worry about what the media is doing. Like, yeah, cute things are going to come along, but like, think about it. Is this going to be cute in like 5 years? Are you going to still want to wear this or use this item in 5 years? Like, I think it's really important to start investing in like nicer pieces because it's just economically better for you and, like environmentally better for the earth. And I am sick of seeing overconsumption, and I'm sick of like, and I'm not saying that in like, oh, I'm so different, like I don't like trends. Shut the fuck up. I love seeing what's trending, okay? I love seeing what's trending, but I will, before I like buy something, because again, I have money guilt and we talked about that, but like I am going to sit there and I'm going to think about it, and I'm going to be like, do I really need this? Am I really going to use it? Like, I recently bought a cat mug, and I was like, I need this mug. It's so cute. And I was like, girl, am I really going to use it? And yeah, I've used it like 11 times already, which doesn't sound like a lot, but like, listen, I just got it and I use it for my tea, and it's really cute, and it keeps my tea warm because the cat's head is like the little lid, and it's so adorable. It's so adorable. And it's not just any cat. It's a cat from Lo-Fi Hip Hop Beats. And if you don't know, I love Lo-Fi Hip Hop Beats. I have been a Lo-Fi Hip Hop Beat girly since my teacher in high school introduced me to them, and I love it so much. It's just so cute. It's a girl in her window studying to lo-fi, and it's just a constant live stream, and I love it so much. Anyways, yeah, so just like take a look at your life and think about like, what do you want to keep, and what is you, like, what is your brand, you know, like, what do you enjoy, what do you like, and stick with it. Don't jump on everything. You don't need to. You're wasting a lot of money. Like, the amount of stuff that I have cleaned out, like when I moved to this apartment and I was like cleaning out all my stuff in my room, I was like, God, I haven't seen this in 3 years. Why did I buy it? Why did I waste my money on that? What did I think it was funny at the time? Did I think I would use it forever? Like, there are certain things that are just timeless, and then there are other things that like they really have a lifespan and they really have a shelf life, and it's really obvious if you like sit and think about it. And I'm going to bring up like an example, and it's going to make some people mad. And I can say this because I hopped on another trend of it. Water bottles. Water bottles are a huge thing that trends, and it goes just like that over and over and over and over. There's always something new. It's better. It's like those ones that were like gallon bottles, and it had like certain times on the side, and it was like, drink this much by 7 o'clock and this much by noon, and like, and then there was another one, like Hydro Flasks obviously were huge. I was on that train. I bought a 32-ounce Hydro Flask and I jumped on that train, but I've had this Hydro Flask since when did they get big? Was it 2020 when they got huge? So for 3 years, I've had the same water bottle. And don't worry, I've cleaned it, la 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 la. But like, because it's a good one. It is a great water bottle. But then we have like, what is it? What's the brand? Owala. And it's like, there's like a straw in it, but it's also a drink, and they're cute colors. And I'm not like shitting on these brands. Like, yeah, they're cute, but like, you do not need 20 different types of water bottles. I haven't bought a water bottle since I bought this Hydro Flask because it was expensive. It was like, what? I think I got it on sale though. It was like $30-something. But like, that is like a pretty good investment because it's lasted this long. And I'm just like, Stanley cups? Wow. Do not even get me started on Stanley cups. I am so fucking sick of the Stanley epidemic. I'm sick of it. I work at a big coffee shop chain, you could guess. And they just came out with this Stanley X, that brand, cup. And people are buying it. My coworkers bought it, but it's okay because we have a discount. So I was like, you know what, guys? I won't hate on you because I can't hate on you. You guys are my girls. I love you. Like, I will support you. Again, girlhood. I have to support them. But, like, we had people waiting, like, literally waiting outside of the door to come in right when we open and be like, hey, do you have the Stanley cup? Hey, get alive! Get alive. The only thing it is, it's a red, shiny cup. It's a red shiny cup, and it's like, oh my God. I hate Stanley cups, and I hate seeing girls like in class with them. I understand a Stanley cup in your home. You want a Stanley cup and you want to take it around your house and like lay in bed with it. Oh, I get that. Oh, I so get that. That is so great. You don't have to get up and go fill it up every 2 seconds. That is fantastic. I'm on your side. But when you take that shit out in public, get a fucking water bottle, because your Stanley cup has a straw that's sticking out of it. Your straw has no fucking cover. You're just raw dogging the entire universe with your Stanley cup. That's disgusting. That is disgusting. And then I see girls like putting their Stanley cup on the floor when we're in a lecture hall, like, people walk by it, the dirt from their shoes, it's disgusting. It is so grody and icky. Like, just get a water bottle. Get a water bottle. Please get a water bottle. And then, like, people will buy, like, 3 of them. Like, you need 3 of those massive cups? Why? That is just, like, that's, like, a huge example of de-influencing yourself. Is like, hey, do I really need this? And if I do need it, you don't need multiple colors. You do not need multiple colors. You just need 1. Because what the fuck are you going to do with 3 of them? It's just really annoying. And then it annoys me when I see people on campus, like, walking with it in their hand. It's like, get a water bottle and you can put it in your backpack and have a free hand and not worry about any spillage or anything like that. I don't know. I just get, like, what's another example of trend, like a trend that I, like, pisses me off? Oh, bitch! I got one! That stupid, fugly, fucking pickle sweatshirt. The fucking pyramid scheme pickle sweatshirt. Oh my fucking god! Ah! Oh my fucking god. Get a fucking personality. Get a fucking financial advisor. Because what the fuck are you spending your money on? What the fuck are you doing? What are you doing with your life, dude? What are you doing with your life? I'm sure you have 20 sweatshirts already. You already have, like, maybe 5. All you need, really, honestly, 2. But I have a lot of clothes, so I'm not going to hate on you for having clothes as long as they're, like, well sourced. But, like, why do you need that? That is what pisses me off. The TikTok shop. Oh, bitch! Amazon storefronts. Oh my fucking god! When you comment on someone's TikTok and they're like, oh, you're like, oh, cute skirt, where'd you get it from? And they're like, it's in my storefront. Links in my Amazon store. Hey, fucking kill yourself. Who do you think you are? Who do you think you are? An A-list celebrity? No, I'm not gonna take 3 other fucking steps to check on your fucking storefront so you can get a portion of my, like a portion of the money that I am spending. Are you kidding me? Or it's like, sorry, but I bought this product and it makes me make a video with the TikTok shop. Who is holding a gun to your head? Who is behind you holding a gun to your head saying, hey, make this TikTok right now and make a profit? Go fucking fuck yourself. Go die. Go literally, like, I'm so sick of it. And it's shit like that. It's the shit like that that really pisses me off because it's like, again, so many young people, so many easily influenced young people on the app. Stop. Don't fucking waste your fucking money on dumb fucking shit. Okay, now I'm done. Now I've completed my discussion. Yeah, I'm feeling better, guys. I love this podcast. I love it so much because I have these things that I want to complain about and I want to talk about. And, like, the thing that happened in the elevator, like, I was pissed and I got to complain about it to you guys. Well, thank you so much for listening and joining and maybe watching or maybe just listening or maybe just streaming. I don't know. Tell your friends, tell your family, tell everyone about listen to me and tell them that I'm awesome and I'm great and I talk about the highs and lows of life. We come here to laugh, to cry, to shit on stupid people. And that's okay. Anyways, I'm done. I'll talk to you guys in the next episode. I don't know what we're going to talk about yet. No, that's such a fucking lie because I have the entire plan in front of me, but it's okay. I love you guys so much and I'll see you later. Bye.